Ladies and gentlemen, first let's welcome Lin Yunyu from Chinese Taipei. And the next, Patrick Franziska from Germany.
Lin Yunyu, the first game, Franziska to serve, love, hold.
Summer Games, Lin Yunyu has become a hero, but Franz the Giant Slayer looking to get his first ever.
Love, one.
And if you're but a gift for Lin Yunyu on receive to start the match.
Good love.
We were talking, Adam, before this match began. You were just saying that Lin Yunyu is just such a smooth player.
That's the word. The silent assassin. You don't see him coming. When he takes it, his positioning, and where he places it for Lin Yunyu to get in trouble. Lin Yunyu on the service game is very strong. Very similar to that bottle challenge serve, a little bit more central on the table, but fast, long, into the body on the backhand side. He serves long more than most, Lin Yunyu. Down the Chiquita opening. Forehand flick doesn't have. Smart, soft block. Lin Yunyu on that last one gave no forward motion to that last ball. The one before it, he punched a little bit, adding topspin, but then slows it down and leaves the ball in front of Franz.
Three, five.
To shut down such a complete player.
And there's that power you were talking about.
A little bit of edge to go with it, but this cross-court shot, soft opening, heavy spin from Franz and countered back. He's so good at calibrating, closing the racket, even when he's falling away, Lin Yunyu. Coil as he's sent back to the baseline.
No flash, please. 7-3.
Good communication here makes every relationship that much easier to work. It's probably a better way to say that. I'm working on my communication.
A, 3. Four, 8.
Franziska.
Wang Yizi back in the corner for Lin Yunyu, man who gave me some coaching advice at a local university.
5, 8.
Actually played for the Chinese Taipei team back in the day as well, and you've been seeing him around the world a little bit more in recent history. Is at the Singapore Smash, did wonders for Lin Yunyu. Now he's starting to look a bit more free. There's confidence, there's flow, spring in his step. Sort of feeling out the opportunities in the start of this game. Beautiful Chiquita there. You could see him turn to get the racket around the side of the ball for side and top spin on the opening.
Nine, 6.
The penultimate shot in that rally.
Okay.
There's a great variety of speeds in that rally. Lin Yunyu just so adaptable and diverse.
Net 6, 10. 7-10.
Great shot.
For a let service, but saves 1 game point.
They can't save the second.
Game
Lin Min Ru wraps up the open at 11 points in the quarterfinals there.
Start the game.
Lin Min Ru
Lin
with a
Ru to
4-1
serve.
win over Patrick
Love
Francisca.
all.
That record has to be in Patrick Francisca's mind, doesn't it? He hasn't found a way to get past the world number 13.
You don't get this far in a adversarial sport without loving a good challenge. So it's going to be motivating, add fuel to the fire for the Giant Slayer. No. Disrespectful. You gonna give it to me there, son? Yeah, I'll get it from under the table. I'm gonna pop this up and make you eat the next ball. Crushing forehand. Lin Min Ru blocks it right back. Self-defense, holds up the shield, and oh, the body language from a big man on the other side. If that goes around the net for a roller, that's it. Game over, night over, we go home. It almost happened. 2 nets in a row, and Lin Min Ru goes for broke. Oh, you want to see it come down regardless of who you're rooting for. This is exciting stuff right now.
1-2.
It almost seems like net is part of the strategy here, but of course it's coincidence. The idea is keep the ball low to the net. Don't give Lin Min Ru too much to work with. And an edge as well. Nets and edges. This is my strategy when I play against the pros. I highlighted the words Giant Slayer because Patrick Francisca, until Yi Sang-soo beat Fan Zhendong at a Champions event at the end of 2023, I believe, that Lin Min Ru won, no one else had beaten Xu Xin, Ma Long, and Fan Zhendong except Patrick Francisca. So he's capable of taking down the best in the game, no doubt about it. And he's 5 world ranking spots in front of the opponent who he's never beaten. Style matchup matters, but we have to remember Lin Min Ru has been around that number 7 in the world spot for a good portion of the last 5 years.
3-0.
He's been as high as number 5 in the world. Certainly he's been a very consistent player.
Yeah, he's come close with many of the best the game has ever seen. He's beaten the best the game has ever seen. Other than Wang Chuqin, he had one of the best records against Ma Long in the game. Oh, it is so tough. The lobs France to the forehand. Now from a different angle, we'll have a sense of what Lin Min Ru's trying to do here. Fishing shot to the baseline. Now it's a straight up lob, but still a lot of topspin. Catches the edge of the racket. Really tough to get up and over some of these kicking lobs. Turns it down the line, the parallel, spraying it around. Lin Min Ru quick to finish that with a forehand. Seatbelt shot there from France just before the one to the forehead, and then the more traditional shot is the one that costs him a little bit more time. With a shot that hot coming in to bring it back and turn up the heat, Lin Min Ru causing some serious trouble here. Remember, it's a best of 5. So subtle, so smooth. The wide base here. Coach Wang's reaction, Wang Yitze.
5-4.
It's so cool that some of these professional coaches coach at local colleges. Taida, NTU. Wang Yitze had been there as a coach.
Five all. 5, 6.
This is a good shallow spinny shot here. Going for spin more than speed just to break the rhythm. Watch where this ball comes down. Way in just behind the net. It's an incredibly unusual top spin receive.
6, all.
Good catch there, demonstrating some feeling, some shogun. Right there it is. Look at that. Just catches it. Like a guy flipping a pizza in a pan.
All.
I like that. It's a good show of feeling and control. Edge of the racket there, the fortune that he acknowledges, raises his hand. It's tough to know how much spin comes off it when it hits the edge of the racket and comes down into play. You'll be happy to know you're not watching alone. You're watching with Dang Chiu, with Gao Cheng-rui, both in the stadium right now, supporting their teammates.
Oh, and that was an aggressive shot right into the body of Patrick Francisca. There was no returning that one.
Yeah, Franz, the taller player. So this crossover section, that is right at the elbow. Elbow closest to the racket is the one that you want to hit, right between forehand and backhand to cause some confusion.
7, 8.
As good as Lin Yunru's backhand is, if Patrick Francisca can get control of the point early, like right here, short stroke forehand, that's the finish. Forehand to backhand. The top level, most players will win in a forehand to backhand battle, but a few backhands
7, 8.
can really fight. Lin Shidong, no doubt about it, can put just about any forehand in the game to shame.
Nine, 7. Ten, 7.
3 game points for Lin Yunru. This to take a 2-game lead in this last 16 match. Patrick Francisca still without a win in their last 4 meetings. And, well, this is the 5th WTT meeting.
8, 10.
Well, the crowd see the funny side of that one as Lin Yunru lunges across the table. Still 2 more game points remaining.
Like silent comedy from the silent assassin. The crowd appreciates a bit of body language. They recognize when something's unusual. Someone ends up in a position that's out of the ordinary. I don't know if you were in the room when Truls let out a laugh the other day. That was quite unusual, but the crowd loved it.
11, 8.
Lin Yunru wraps up the second. He's a game away from a place in the quarterfinals with Patrick Francisca. 3rd game for him. The pressure is really on here.
Francisca, serve, long, all.
That's a great question. For me, anything to surprise and take the footing out of Lin Yunru. That might mean wide forehand here and there, short stroke after a long serve. But here he goes touch play and it works out well. There is this common feeling, a little bit like a panic, to finish rallies quickly, and it's understandable when you're the underdog, when you haven't beaten someone before, but sometimes it's the touch play that really takes care of business, changing patterns here. So he's given us both touch play in the first point, really quality opening attack for a short second point. It's also going to take some deep breaths, some belief, and ignoring the big scoreboard, but just play every single point like 0-0. Ooh, this is what half long is all about. Long enough to make the opponent think it's going to come off the table, and while they're waiting there for Godot, Godot never comes. Ready? Nope. Table in the way.
Three, 1.
Patrick Francisca, of course, had a hard-fought opening round match. Came through that one in 5. He knows what it takes to get the job done, though.
Against many players, absolutely.
3-2.
Good coverage of the elbow there. Lin Yunru from the backhand corner using the forehand to get the result he wanted. The side with the top. After what looked like a mini chop block from Lin Yunru. Put some side spin on it early in the rally. That right there. He gets a passive ball out of Franz. Then right to the baseline, Lin Yunru for the point.
3-0.
The pace on that ball was just incredible.
Timeout.
So timeout called here. Patrick Franziska is going to be asking the same question you asked me. What's it going to take out here to cause some problems for Lin Yunru?
Patrick Francisca calling for the timeout, having relinquished that narrow lead to start off this third game.
Was he up 3-1?
3.
I believe he was, if my memory is serving me correctly.
Our memory is on the same page, and if so, that'd be 3 straight points for Lin Yunru. Parallel shots here and there, short strokes, varying up the depths. There we go. You can rarely afford.
4-5.
Moving target on Patrick Franziska's side, but Lin Yunru lasers in on that middle. 2 shots in a row.
Pace. Doesn't get the point.
Nice slow and spinny into that middle. Again, when the opponent's behind the table, there's little pressure to play it fast and deep. So this one very shallow, takes the knees out right into the middle. Franz having to reset his feet completely in that. Bit more confidence in this setup. Some clear determination for what he planned to do. See that tuck back over the table, the backhand, how much wrist he could use to generate spin on that ball. Which also allows him the confidence to take a fast shot that will arc down onto the table.
Seven, 6.
It's not an easy shot. The ball had side and top spin coming into his middle, but the pivot perfect. And the placement, the response even better from Franz.
6, 8.
Much more promising now for the world number 8. Clenches a fist as if to gee himself up.
From being down 3-4 at the timeout, gotten 5 the next 7 points, so serious momentum for Franz. And Yunru looking to do the best on his serves here. That's the bottle challenge from just a little bit inside the table too. Normally he'll serve that from more into the backhand corner. See him right near that DHS logo for a W1000 table, which is wonderful to play on. And another long serve to the baseline. Early on in this match, we were talking about how he loves to serve long. And the reason it's so effective is because the delivery's all the same. You just can't tell until it's contacted how deep the serve is going to come.
9-8.
Superb pressure from Francisca. Lin Minru did well to stay in that rally for as long as he did. Short rally, albeit.
Longer than average in table tennis. Normally just 3 shots or so. But a good exchange from behind the table from Lin Minru, now trailing by 1. Soft hands to shut down the third ball attack. He denies France that big opening shot. This could be the last 2-serve combination that we see in this match if things go according to history.
9-all.
Match is so good, security guards are grabbing stools to get seats. I love it.
What a shot that was. Lin Minru earns himself a match point, and he does it in style.
Smart combination to the short forehand side. As soon as France takes the bait to open with the backhand, it leaves a hole on the backhand side, and that's exactly where Lin Minru goes.
Lin Minru's 100% winning record against Patrick Francisca remains intact. The world number 13 yet to drop a game at this tournament. He is through to the quarter-finals. He'll there play the winner of the match between Lim Shidong, the world number 1, who'll be taking on An Jae-hyun later.